What is up, my beautiful, amazing listeners? Welcome to an extra sip. I'm your host, Miss Miriam Smaki. Hi, guys. How are you? We're back to season 3, ? I'm not sure, but we're back. We're back after my hiatus. I never want to do that again. Every time I say that, when I take a huge break, just because then I come back and I'm just overwhelmed and so full of things to talk about. So I really should just keep these going. So I think I might. So let's see if we can just keep it up, guys. You know, I'm coming at you live every Tuesday. So grab your beverage. Already mispronouncing. Grab your beverage. Grab your drink. I'm 21 now, so grab your vodka. Grab what you need, and let's sit down and let's have a talk. Let's have a chat, everyone. How are we doing? I hope we're doing amazing. Guys, I don't know. I wish I was feeling more at ease. I'm just feeling tense, which I hate. But you know, you gotta do it. I'm officially a senior at my university. Finished week 1. I'm recording this on a Sunday, as I always do. And I don't know. The first week, which was half a week because we started Wednesday and then Thursday, Friday, it's just been complicated. What do I mean by that? Well, in terms of classes, I don't know how to register, even though I've done it 3, 6, 7. This is my 7th time registering for classes. I just don't seem to get it, and just don't like my classes. So I'm debating getting into this one class. I want to do a French one, but it's on the other side of campus. So I'm like, do I do it and just apologize for being late every time? The professor's really sweet, so maybe. So I'm dealing with classes, also dealing with the fact that in my room, I don't have a desk. So everything that came in my storage truck, it's just sitting in my box. I can't put my desk things anywhere. Also, my dresser is broken. And so, though I could put my things in and just take them out when the guys come to fix it, I just think it'll be uncomfortable, you know what I mean? If he comes and he's like, okay, well, take your panties out of here. And I'm like, wow, okay, great. You know, that's a little bit uncomfortable. So right now I'm just living out of my suitcase and I just don't feel good. I don't know if you guys can understand that. Like where it's like nothing is really wrong, but you just don't feel like a peace of mind. Yeah. And this weekend I went out and I bought an agenda book. I'm getting my textbooks, even though I'm switching classes around. So I just don't feel at ease. But even right now I'm tense. And guys, maybe that's why my shoulders always hurt. My back hurts. I'm slouched in this chair right now. I don't know. And sorry if you hear bangles and everything. I was just listening, and I was listening to my older episodes, you know, to get a feel of what my voice sounds like. And I don't know. Sound quality on those have been a little iffy. I feel like that's because I'm usually screaming or because I'm not close enough to the mic. Hopefully this does sound good. We'll see. I don't really know. Guys, I'm an amateur at all of this. I just do it because I love it. So, you know, there's that. Perfect. Now, I guess I will admit this to you guys, a little behind the scenes sneak peek. This summer I was in DC. See, this is why when I take a hiatus, I'm like, I haven't updated anyone on anything, but also, see, now I'm already jumping all over the place. Wow. Okay, Miriam, come on. Focus. Okay, let's start with 1. I really want to make this like just a bigger project. I don't know, talk to more people and just talk about things that matter. Not that coming on here and venting doesn't matter. I feel like it can help some people. I always get, not always, but I have gotten the feedback that someone was like, oh, I didn't know that other people felt like I did. And so that was really helpful. So, you know, I do want to keep that genuineness, the authenticity, and talk about me, but also, you know, relate it to bigger issues, which I think this episode today is going to relate to a bigger issue. Of course, it has to do with me, but I hope I can relate it in some way. So there's that part. The other part I want to talk about was how I actually tried to record an episode over summer. I was in DC doing an internship, so I didn't go back to Ghana like I usually do, and that's why I usually take the hiatuses, because in Ghana the internet is not that good. And so I'm like, this is not even worth it to upload. Let me just wait till I'm back in the United States. This summer, I was in the United States. Some of my coworkers, my internship friends, they said, why don't you record an episode? Like, your account says not active right now. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. So I tried, and oof, guys, that one was a big oof, because I think, like, it had the potential to be good, but I was also in a room where it wasn't a soundproof room. My living situation was just a whole nonsense. I don't know if I'll ever get into that, but basically there was someone like right next door to me. There was someone like in the basement. I just didn't feel that comfortable really expressing my mind when there was so many people around. And also I was trying to record after, I mean, maybe we'll get into a little bit whenever I get into the main meat of this episode, but you know, I just wasn't doing my best, wasn't feeling my best. We were on a really, really, really low, the roller coaster, the highs, and a really low, I guess. And I tried to record an episode, and it just sounded very sad. I don't know. And, you know, it again, like talking about authenticity, I am sad a lot. It just happens. You know, it happens. I don't think anyone is always super happy, excited. Honestly, it's exhausting to be like that all the time. I don't think that's natural at all. So, of course, I'm going to be upset, but that episode was just too sad. And maybe I'll get into that one day. I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. This summer, the way that I've been describing it is it's been a learning opportunity. It really has been. There has been high highs, but like I said, low lows. I lost myself, lost huge parts of myself, you know, in terms of emotions and mentality. And it was scary, but also interesting to really dive into that and really question, like, wow, like, what is going on? I wish I could have talked to someone about it, like a therapist or something. That's something I'm working on. I mean, therapy is good for everyone, right? Even if I'm doing quotes right now, even if you don't have an issue or think that you have a problem, even though those words are probably not the best to say, but even if you are fine, I think that having to someone to talk to is awesome, and you should do that. So, I don't know. Maybe that can be something good for me. Who fucking knows, dude? Who fucking knows? But yeah, I really lost myself, found myself. I feel so much better. I feel great. I feel like there's so many things I have to look forward to in terms of this senior year, in terms of just graduating and having set plans. Even though, are they really set? I want to move to California with $300 in my pocket. So who knows? I just have the end goal, which is I'm going to be on Broadway. Not Broadway. Hello? What? I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to have my own TV show. I'm going to be on the red carpet. I'm going to be wearing these designer clothes. I'm going to have, you know, all of these things. So I'm really excited for the future, and I hope you guys listening are too. I hope wherever you are in life right now, if you are applying to grad school, if you're applying for jobs, if you are going into high school, middle school, if you are working, if you are finding in yourself to get up every day and just like do little things, no matter what you're doing, I hope that you are doing it to the fullest and doing it because you want to and because you're happy and because you know that this is what you need for success. I really do. I don't know. I'm just changing my whole mindset, guys. I feel like that really stems from, so at my school, we have this tradition where when you're a freshman or a transfer, if it's your first time on campus, you walk through our building. Like, I don't really like history, so I don't honestly know the significance of the building. It's very important. It's a very important building. And you walk through it, and then you just clap the hands of all of the other students. Not all of them, because some people don't care and they don't go, which, fair, honestly. I can respect it. But you clap the hands of the people there, and they're like, welcome, cheering for you, happy, and it's a cool time. And then when you graduate, I believe that you go the other way and then walk around campus. I don't know. I haven't graduated yet, but I think it has something to do with that building, and it's just a full circle. And so my freshman year, obviously, I did it. Sophomore year, I did not attend. Junior year, I was in orientation aid, so I was there so I could Clap the hands of my freshmen that I was able to orient to the school. So that was really exciting. And then my senior year, it just happened Wednesday. I went, and it was just so beautiful to watch. I don't know. I've talked about it a bunch of times on this podcast, but I have not had the experience that I wanted at my campus. In terms of just freshman year really, really being painful and difficult and being like, I know I don't want to be here. My major's not here. I'm not happy. And to just realize I am in my last year, like this is the final lap. I didn't think, well, I'm not going to say I didn't think I would get here because honestly, yes, I did. I am that bitch. I will do what must be done, period. But I guess I didn't know that I would be here in the mindset that I am and that it's growing on me, you know? Like this school, I think I posted an Instagram, bitch, yes you did. I posted an Instagram photo and the caption was something like, cheers to my last year at a campus that's finally feeling like home. And, you know, in those photos, it was just a few people that I got to take pictures of on that day. And I don't know, like, it's just surreal that it's done. It really is true when they say it flies by. Like, I was listening to, because I listen to my own podcast, I was listening to an episode and I was talking and I was like, yeah, like, we're full sophomores. And I'm like, wow. It's just, I don't know. It's crazy when you think about the time. It's trippy. It's trippy a little bit, guys. But I'm just in the highest of spirits because I think clapping these freshmen and these transfers and seeing how excited they were and how, I don't know, like so full of, what's the word? Like, just so full of talent and so full of ambition. And, you know, people are at college for different things, but you see that light in them and they're excited, but nervous. But that's a beautiful thing because they're going to accomplish amazing things. And now I'm like, well, I'm about to get my diploma, so now it's really time to get the fuck on and actually accomplish all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, this is, I don't know, this is just my energy right now. This is my spirit. I don't know where my Taurus, Moon, Virgo, Pices, Leo, Aquarius, whatever. I don't know where she's at right now, but I am feeling so good. I'm loving myself. I don't know. I'm treating myself right. We are speaking positively, just trying to have positive mindsets, hanging out with amazing people. I'm just excited. I'm excited. I don't know. And I guess that's actually an interesting segue into what I really wanted to get into, because it's like, here is where I'm feeling now, but I was in a way completely opposite that over the summer. So I guess let's get into that a little bit. All right. So summer. Summer felt really long. It felt really long. I was doing an internship. I hadn't seen my family since January, and it was, when does school get out? Like May-ish. So February, March, April, May. It had been a couple months since I hadn't seen my family and everything. So I was like, whoa. And then I went and had my 21st birthday in New York. Little story about that. I blacked out on my 21st birthday and it was good. I'm never going to do that again. But, you know, I was like, if there's a time to do it, let's do it on your 21st. And then came back to DC and it was right to work at my government agency, which was really, really cool. I don't know. I loved it. It was super fun. And then it was my first time living in DC. It's different I'm from Northern Virginia, so I go to DC all the time, but living in DC and just walking just downtown and getting on that metro and just hopping place to place, looking at the happy hour places. It's so cute. And I really, really liked it. I got a sense of the city life because I feel like I deserve to be in the city, like growing up in Georgia and New York, Georgia and Tennessee. I'm a Southern belle at heart, but I feel like my actual heart belongs in the city. So it was really cool. I don't know. And, you know, being new and being in a different city, I was like, well, let's get on these dating apps, of course. One, because I was like, well, I just want to like meet people, and see what's going on out here, and I want attention. But also, like I kind of mentioned, I really, really didn't like my living situation, so I just wanted to be out of the house as much as possible, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to be doing things, and kind of like I was explaining when I tried to record an episode, there was 2 weekends in a row where I just didn't hang out with anyone. And if you really are curious, your girl's out here doing big things. I actually recorded a YouTube video about it. So there's not that many videos up, but I will say I'm kind of out here, guys. I'm kind of low-key out here. So if you do want to check that out, it's just Miriam Samaki on YouTube. It's me being foolish, but yeah, it was a week straight. So 2 weekends, so I just called it a week straight of being alone, and that's the lowest I felt. Just negative, dark thoughts coming into my head, and it was just not good at all. And then after that, I decided, well, I'm in New York, I'm in a new place, I want to go to California, I need to get used to this, I can't just be in a new place and already automatically have friends. That's not how that works anymore. It just literally isn't. And so I went to an Orange Theory class, which I don't know if any of you have done it, but that's my new favorite thing, even though I've only done it once. But it's a workout class where you do cardio, and then you do a water rower, so an erg, but like with a water. And then you do strength training, and then if you hit a certain mark or you train hard enough that day, then you continue burning calories for an extra 24, 36 hours. It's called afterburn. It's so fun. Hashtag not spons. But low-key, guys, like I just keep saying, I just have so many ideas. Like I want to take this podcast and run with it. And who knows? Someone sponsor me. SeatGeek, come through, please. MeUndies? I don't know. Look, I don't know. I'm out here. So yeah, that was super fun. And I just would go to food festivals, and I would try to take myself, like I just couldn't think too much about it, because whenever I was at the food festival walking around, there would always be a split second where it would hit me that, oh, I'm alone. Like, whoa. And it would just hit me. And it was sad because I would look around and everyone else is hanging out with people. And then I took my food, I sat down alone, and I tried to listen to music, tried to listen to a podcast, but it was hard to silence those thoughts, even though I love walking alone. I love just, putting in headphones, just dancing as I walk down the street. So it was confusing even to me. And that's why I say it's a learning experience, because I was like, whoa, like usually we're fine. What's wrong right now? And I don't know. It just took a lot of introspection and everything like that. But the thing that really made me be introspective the most is actually involving my own personality. Now, people who have listened in the past, my personality is a touchy subject. Now, when I say that, it's because I'm a very extra loud personality. So basically, it was actually funny. I found out this summer that Taylor Swift's song, You Need to Calm Down, I'm not so triggered by it anymore, because if you actually watch the music video, I think it's her yelling against homophobic people, transphobic people, closed-minded people like that. And then she's just chilling and she's like, you need to calm down, like you're being too loud. And I'm like, honestly, I love this. I was just triggered because when people say that to me, I'm like, oh my God, you're literally attacking my personality. Quick little tidbit about that, if you care. You probably don't. I don't know. So yeah, that's just my personality. I'm extra, I'm loud, I do many facial expressions, which scares me even. Like when people are taking photos of me, when I'm smiling or doing a candid, it's looking right. But whenever I'm talking, these facial gestures need to calm down. You're being too loud. Taylor Swift, yell at me, please. So, I don't know. That's just my personality. And so whenever I went on these dates that I mentioned, how I wanted to meet new people and I wanted to get out of the house, it really showed me how extra I am, I guess. I always knew I was, but okay. So I'm a very empathetic person. I think in that I can read people. One sudden change and I'm like, oh no, like what did I do? What's wrong with them? What's happening? Where's their moon? Virgo? What's happening? Capricorn, Scorpio? Like what's going on? You know? And so I guess let me just detail one example and then we'll really dive into it. So this one is kind of funny because I really fumbled the bag. Y'all, I had the bag and I fully fumbled it. It was a full fumble. I traveled a bit even. Fumble. I fouled a guy, tripped him on the floor. I pushed him over. It was a tackle. You literally, ref, yellow flag. Honestly, pick it up. Red flag on the court. There is a foul. There is altercations, 10-yard penalty, first down, other side. Just, I fumbled all of the bags. Let me tell you why. I matched with this young man, and he was beautiful. I mean, hi, I'm not going to match with you if you're not beautiful. That sounded shallow, but, you know, it's a dating app. What am I supposed to do? Also, his interests were cool, but, you know, he was also an attractive man. And he was 6'5". So, let me say that again. Ladies, gents who are into the tall men, he was 6'5". Now, I already said when he's over 6 foot, I'm into it. Because I just need you to be taller than me. I'm 5'7". If you're 6 foot and above, that's great. So I was like, oh, wow. And so we were conversing, having a great time. And he was like, do you want to do brunch? Guys, I know brunch is typically like a white person thing. I'm joking, obviously. But I don't know. I feel like usually it's white people that do brunch. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. I like brunch, and I'm clearly not black. Oh, God, I need to leave. Wow. I'm clearly not black. Can I? Look, merch coming out soon. I'm clearly not black. But, yeah, so he picked me up, and when I tell you guys, his car, oh, my God, spotless, clean, looked like it had just been washed. It is brand new. I don't know the car because I don't know cars. I'm really sorry. But it was like a big car. I'm not sure. He like says hi to me, everything. Like I get in. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm so excited. He turned to like look back at the road and everything. His glasses are designer. Again, this happened like at the beginning of summer and then I low-key repressed it because I fumbled the bag, which I'll get into. But they were designer glasses. And then he's driving me. We get to this place. And he keeps saying this one word. I don't know how to say it. But he's like, oh, yeah, this is what this place is. Like, bottomless stuff. And I'm like, okay, bet. I think it begins with a T or something. I don't know. I bet you guys are screaming it at me. I'm not sure. So we get to the place. And he says his name, right? So this man fully reserved it. He said his name. And the person was like, oh, okay, table for two right over here. And I was like, oh my God, like what? And then we're looking at the menu for a quick second. Guys, I don't even get to read the first thing. And he's like, oh yeah, so we'll do like that tea thing, this one where it's like bottomless mimosas and bottomless small plates. You guys, I could order anything I wanted, any meal that I wanted. Of course they're small plates, they're cute, but it's like food, you know, it's just on a cute small plate. And then any mimosa I wanted and just like keep going. This man was like, yeah, so we'll both do that. And when I tell you that is $40 fucking dollars each. So at the end of the fucking day, when he signed this little check, he spent $100. Do you see? No, you don't see it yet because I didn't explain how my fucking ass messed it up. You haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen it yet. So all of this is happening, right? I'm like, oh my God, I feel like a queen. I feel like a princess. But like low-key, I know my worth. Like I deserve this. But also like, whoa, like do I? Like I'm also like a creature and I am disgusting. Like what is happening? Even though that day I looked beautiful. Okay? I will say it. I looked beautiful. So basically how I know how I fumbled the bag. While we were talking, whenever I talk to people and I get super excited, I'm gesturing a lot and my facial expressions and I'm just like being loud and just like being like really just happy. And how I express my happiness is a lot. I get that. Merch. How I express my happiness is a lot. That's kind of cute. I don't know. Look, I'm thinking about it in the process. And so, he's like vibing back, like we're talking, but every so often I'll just notice like a shift or a glance like another way or something. And that's what I mean when I say I'm empathetic. Like, I just see these things and I'm like, oh, I think he's uncomfortable. I don't know. Like, he never said anything, or he never like left or was silent to make me think that. But I could feel it. I could feel that my energy was being too much, because this is just who I am as a person. And I have felt that so many times where people are just actively not into it. I felt it. And, well, we'll get into that, but let me just finish the story. So he pays the $100. I don't know if you guys forgot, but he paid the $100 fucking dollars. I get back in the car and he's like, oh, so like, what are you doing the rest of the night, And I was like, oh, like literally nothing. And he was like, oh, like, cool, I need to do stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, well. I was like, oh, okay, wow. So this is really done. And then he was like, thanks so much. I had a good time. And I was like, yeah, like me too. I'm like always around, basically like, if you want to do it again, literally let me know. You have my number. You have my profile, obviously. So that was cool. I wait a couple days, 2-3 days. I text him about something that I think we had chatted about during brunch. And I was just like, yeah, like I saw this, thought of you. I hope you're doing well. Just didn't get a response. So I was like, cool. He's not interested. Bet. And so that's why I fumbled the bag, because if I had not been acting like a clown, a full buffoon screaming in the circus, then maybe I could have had another date with this 6-foot rich man. Okay? So I fumbled the bag and I'm upset. But yeah, that's just like a funny story basically, but that was only one date over summer. I'm not going to say I went on like many, but I was having a good time over summer, just trying to not be in the house. I also had met different friends at the internship, so got to hang out with them, went to a lot of happy hours. It was really fun, but it was just more than once where I was just getting that, ooh, like the yikes type of energy. Well, the yikes at my energy. Yeah. And then, of course, I always bring it up. The one dude who I went on a date with on this campus last semester, he didn't go to this campus, but it happened like in here where I live. And he literally said, are you joking? Like, is this a joke about my personality because I was acting so crazy? So I've just heard it a lot. And so I guess when I was at my lowest point, I literally was thinking, I try to be so confident and I just try to be myself, because to me, genuineness, like authenticity, that's a value, right? I think I value that just as much as I value loyalty. To me, loyalty is like the highest, because I'm a Taurus. We're so loyal and loving people. And if you don't care about zodiac signs, sorry, but I just really vibe with my Taurus heart, and we're just loyal people. But my second value is authenticity and genuineness. And so, of course, if I value that, then I have to be that. And I try to be that. But how can I be proud of that if other people aren't into that? And of course, it's like, well, why do you care about what other people think? And that's always something I preach too. Like, why should I care? Who are you? Like, who literally are you? This is just one random dude that I just matched with. But after a while, you do start to think like, okay, well, maybe it is me. I don't know, like, of course, I'm just talking out of whatever, but it's like, well, no guy has ever really expressed interest in me. So it's like, well, what if this is me and I'm just like never gonna find anyone because I am so much? And, that's a genuine fear. I think whenever you ask that question, like, what are you, like, afraid of? Of course, arachnophobia. Like, spiders, get out of my face. But when it comes to real, like, deep things, not being loved is one of them for me. And I think that comes from Again, my Taurus heart, I love so hard. My friends, I just, like, family, I love so hard, but I don't know. It's like, will I get something like that? And so I was really just questioning my personality, like, well, why am I like this? Why can I not relax? Like, and I hate that, guys. I feel like I've mentioned it before, but like people telling me to relax, to calm down, that triggers me so hard. And I'm sorry if you're offended by me using the word triggered, but it just genuinely hurts me when people are like, yeah, like, can you relax? You're being so dramatic, things like that. And I was finally saying that about myself. I need to calm down. I was saying that to myself, and I was like, wow, like, everything about me is false then. Like, it was crazy the amount of directions I was going in, because I was like, this is who I am, though. And I don't like who I am. I need to change my whole self. Well, who am I going to be? Am I going to go back to how I was in 3rd grade, sitting in the back row? I would take a chair in the back row and move it even further back so I could sit alone. Didn't talk to anyone at all. I didn't really have any friends. Just silent until 5th grade. So I was shy up until 4th grade. 5th grade, when I won my first speech contest, and I was like, this is something I'm good at. I won for my school, and your homegirl went and she represented the region. Yes, I was sick, and yes, I didn't win. But then I turned around and I was a regional and state champion for dramatic performance. So, you can say I have a little skill in this. And so, this is just who I am. And I need to be proud of that. And I feel like now I'm back. I'm really just like, look, this is who I am, you know? Just going back to my favorite song from The Greatest Showman, just, I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be, this is me. Oh God, Keela. Like, that's just my favorite song, because you just need to be proud of who you are as a person. And I can't even say, oh, well, wow, that's actually beautiful. Thought that just came into my head. I can't even say that's a fear that I'm actively dealing with, not being loved, because yes, like, I don't have a partner or anything like that, but like, your homegirl's young. I'm only 20 fun. I do have people who love me. Friends who love my personality for who it is, and not the people who, you know, laugh about it, and not like laugh at me, but like whenever I'm being extra and fun, like laugh with me, but feeling like it's entertainment and it's like a decoration. Not friends like that. Friends who generally hype me up and who are there with me. That's real love, and that's what I am getting actively. My sisters love it every time. Like, whenever I get to see them, it's always so much fun, and I can just see it in my mom's face, you know, whenever I'm with my sisters. My mom will just be like sitting there, like, she's in the same room, but she's not actively engaging, talking with us, but I'll just see the smile on her face, because we're all like happy, and African tradition, like, family's just really important. So I know she loves that, and I don't know, like, it's just beautiful when I think about it, because I'm like, I really can't believe I was out here thinking I need to change myself. Like, I am not changing for shit. My personality and who I am is going to be the reason that I'm going to get an Oscar. It's going to be the reason that I am going to be an amazing TV host, an amazing TV personality, an entertainer, an icon, and everything. My personality is going to be the reason, because who else has this personality? You can find people similar, but you will never find someone who is like me. You know what I mean? So that's why you just gotta be confident about yourself, because something about you is what is propelling you forward. There is something about you, whether it's that you're kind, whether it's that you're honest, whether it's that you're flamboyant, whether it's that you're, I don't know, just something about you is what makes you spark and what makes you unique. And that's why people want to be friends with you. And that's why people want to spend time with you. There is something about you, and people do love you. And like, just wow, guys, I don't know where my moon is at. But I am feeling so good. We are at a great start to the semester. I really hope this French class is good, so then I can just be at ease. That's the only thing stressing me out, and how I'm going to run from campus. But as soon as that's figured out, this senior semester, it's going to be so good. I've already got Halloween plans in the making. I've got fall break plans in the making. Hopefully in December I can get some spring break trips in there. In November I'm going to start applying to different internships. Just things are going so well, and I'm so excited about the future. I really am. And I'm proud of myself for getting into this, for being in this mindset now. Because it was scary where I was, but I'm happy that it happened so I can see this growth. And kind of a segue back, but this is just like a small tidbit thing, but when I think about it, it low-key makes me smile because, I don't know, it was such a small thing, but it really made me think a little bit. So with one of my good friends from Ghana. She was actually working in DC too. So we got to hang out a lot. Love her so much. Shout out to her if she's listening. She said she would. So if she's listening, hey babe. But yeah, so we had the idea to, one day when we were going out, we're like, let's just talk in British accents. Ooh, sorry, one of my headphones whatever. So we were like, let's just talk in British accents. It was hilarious because homegirl she didn't have her license. So she had a passport and the passport fully said United States of America, but we were talking British and like just everyone believed it. And I think it's because Americans, I mean, not to generalize, but a lot of Americans do like British accents. So I think they just wanted to believe. It was just, I was crying laughing. The fact that he took her passport, saw the American flag, her picture. Isn't the whole background of the American passport just the American flag, red, white, and blue? But we're just like, no, we're from England. It was like, oh, it was so ridiculous. And as we were being like, you know, doing our accent and everything, the bouncer literally was like, so do you think Idris Elba is going to be the next James Bond? And we're like, ooh, like, perhaps, I'm not really sure. It was wild. It was crazy. But, so here's the thing, that this little bit that, I don't know, made me kind of happy and was such a realization for me. So when I was doing the accent, I, like, just I don't know what's called, but like the type, static, what is it called, like the flat character or something, what comes to my mind for like English, I'm like, okay, well, I need to actually like focus, so I can't be acting wild, I can't be doing gestures, like I can't do that because I'm trying to really nail this, or at least make it sound okay, like, you know, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but so I just wanted to see, and I just had to be very put together, I guess, like soft spoken. That's what I was trying to channel, and I was genuinely getting frustrated, and let me tell you why. So my friend and I, we were sitting at the table talking, and we're like kind of scheming, like, okay, like how can we talk to these, like some guys so they can just buy us drinks, you know, because we thought we would get drinks, and I don't know, guys were into it, so, you know, it high-key worked. But as I was talking to her, I was getting frustrated because I was like, why can't I scream right now? Like, why can't I do my facial expressions and just be a lot and just live without any barriers or anything like that? I just could not do that while doing the accent. I was like, oh, well, I think that it was just very hard for me because how I was speaking there, soft, and then, hi, my name is Miriam, like screaming over here. And I was genuinely like, I want to stop this. Like, I want to just be myself and talk normally and be extra and be dramatic and just be me. And that was really cool to experience. I don't know. It was just a little thing, but I was like, wow, I miss Miriam Smocky. I miss the fun-loving, energized, super pumped, hype, don't need to have any alcohol or weed, positive, bubbly, gold shining star that is Miss Miriam Smocky. I missed her. So she's back. She's back and she's not going anywhere. So if you don't like me, don't fucking watch. Stealing Manny MUA's ending. He's a makeup artist on YouTube. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm excited to be back. I think this semester is going to be a roller coaster. I don't know. I'm just trying to have a good time. I'm just trying to have a good time. That's what my friend said to me, like, the second I met her back on this campus. She's a senior as well, and I'm just, like, coining it too. Hashtag, we're just trying to have a good time. I didn't ask to be here, but I am here. So I'm going to have a damn good time. Okay? And I hope you guys do too. I wish you the best on all of your endeavors. I'm saying that like you're not going to come back and subscribe and listen to an extra sip every Tuesday. If you subscribe, guys, then you will get a notification every time that I upload a new pod episode. I need to stop doing that. You'll be alerted every time I upload a new one, and it will automatically download so you can listen to this on the plane without any Wi-Fi. So let me stop saying what I was saying. Let me not say not have a good life, because LOL, girl, boy, friend, I'm going to see you next Tuesday, and I'm already excited. Let's have a chat, guys. I guess I'll go. This was super fun. I'm already excited to get back into it. Let me not make these rambly and too much, because I always do that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope that you're excited for this journey as much as I am. As always, it has been Miriam Smaki. If I have not said my fucking name enough times on this podcast, I'm just really excited and happy to be me. I guess that's the main thing. So yeah, guys, I will catch you next Tuesday, and bye.